Hey, good afternoon, everyone. As you start coming on in, what's going on? Welcome to Sick of the Shit Publications. I'm Nick Parrow, not your dad, joined by my new friend from a couple weeks ago at the Abolish ICE live event in Minneapolis, where we celebrated tribute for Alex Pretty and Renee Nicole Good. Is Matt Gordon, or the U.S. Mick Angry veteran. Some of you may know him from other platforms. He's not as big here on Substack, which is totally fine. But we're branching out. We're
We
branching
are.
out into other places. Matt, welcome to Intelligent Masculinity. Do you mind introducing yourself a little bit for everyone in the audience who might not know who you are?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Matt Gordon. You can find me on most socials as USMC Angry Veteran. And as the name implies, I am a Marine Corps veteran of the global war on terrorism era of the military. Spent a couple of years overseas, 9 years in the Marines, and then started doing all of this shit. So here we are. Oh, am I
Love
allowed
it.
to swear over here?
Uh, Fuck yes.
Oh, okay,
This
good.
is
Jesus
this
Christ,
is a
that was going to
show
be
where
so
we
painful.
Oh my God, no, no, please. This is a show where we don't hold back. This is
Good.
not a children's show.
Perfect. Perfect.
One of my favorite words on this show is smegma,
Yep,
which
it would be
describes Stephen Miller. And
perfectly, actually. Yeah.
yeah, he's the smegalomaniac.
Yeah, that
We're
is
working
a
on getting T-shirts and
perfect,
stuff for him.
perfect.
I
I
mean,
love
I've
it.
got RFK's brainworm right here on my microphone
Good,
stand. So I
good.
have all his brain energy is now here, so that Maha can be over there. Um,
Perfect.
but yeah, we swear all the time here. This is not a child. This is not a
Thank
kid friendly
fucking
show.
God, because that would have been painful. So, all right, good.
No, you can be angry. You can be yourself. Talk however you want during this show.
Those are the same thing.
Oh,
Be
I
myself and be angry.
good.
Those are the same thing. You just said the same thing twice.
Good. So this is going to be a fun conversation. So first, before we get into any of the interview questions, because I always do this and I always like to get people's opinions on things that are currently going on in the world. And I don't know if you've heard, but we're now like 25 days into destroying another nation in the Middle East, and relentlessly bombing a country for no fucking reason, and
Mhm.
skyrocketing oil prices, fertilizer prices, food prices, all of those things. What are your thoughts on, as a veteran of the global war on terror? We are now waging a global war of terror. What are your
Mhm.
thoughts on that?
It's it's like the United States of America has a playbook, and in that playbook, there's one play, and it's lie to get oil, and that's all we ever fucking do, right? This entire thing, it screams uh Operation Iraqi Freedom 2.0, right? Because the whole damn thing is built off of a fucking lie, right? I mean, think about it. What, 10 months ago, we completely obliterated the nuclear capabilities of Iran, and then fucking 25 days ago, they were magically back to being 2 weeks away from having a nuclear weapon. So that means one of two things is true here. It means either the administration lied or the scientists working in Iran are the most intelligent and fast working motherfuckers that have ever existed in a nuclear proliferation program. And
And I don't know if they would have had the time to refine all that uranium.
again, super geniuses, apparently.
Yeah, the best of the best. Donald Trump
Literally.
should be hiring them, shouldn't he? He only hires
I
the best.
mean, yeah,
Only
he
hires the
always
best.
hires the best.
Like Pete Hegseth. I'd love
Ah!
I know your thoughts on Pete Hegseth, but I don't know if everyone here knows your thoughts on Pete Hegseth. So I'd love to ask, what do you think of our illustrious uh, head of the Department of Wannabes right now?
This dude,
His fucking nonsense.
this dude is so fucking hell-bent on being fucking Patton. Not Patton in real life. Patton from the fucking movie. George C. Scott fucking Patton. He wants to throw on some pink and greens with a brain bucket and stand in front of a huge fucking American flag and just give speeches all the goddamn time. I've never seen a Secretary of Defense, because I refuse to call it the Secretary of War, the Secretary of Defense spend this much fucking time in front of a goddamn camera. I've literally 99% of Secretary of Defenses that we've had in the 250 years of the United States of America, or at least since World War II, when we had Department of Defense built, nobody knew who the fuck they were. And that's
No,
by design. You shouldn't be able to be like, that's the Secretary of Defense. Who the fuck cares? You shouldn't be in front of the camera this much. Go the fuck away, Pete. You suck. We hate you.
tell me how you
Sorry.
really feel. Tell
Oh,
me how you
I
really feel about Pete.
I can't. I hear kids in the background.
Oh, they
Oh,
can't hear you. I wear headphones, so they can't hear anything that comes out from the other side. They just get
oh,
to hear what I talk about. Yeah, the Department of
yeah.
Wannabes. That's what they've
They
become. Like,
literally. Yep.
our military had a
It's
proud
insane.
tradition. And that proud tradition is being destroyed by a fucking B-rated weekend drunk who abuses women and is now the Secretary of Wannabes. Like,
Literally. Yep.
what a
Literally.
and he's getting Americans killed.
Hmm. Yep. For
And
Donald Trump's ego.
for
That's all
Donald
this
Trump's
is.
ego and oil
Yep.
and cryptocurrency and
You know
whatever
what?
money.
I don't even think, it like, obviously the United States of America is going to go where the oil is, because we have this,
That's what we do.
unhealthy obsession with what's yours is mine and I'm going to bomb you and take it. But I don't even think Donald Trump is smart enough to think that, like, oh, we could just go take all that oil and then we'd have all that oil. I honestly think that it is literally because this fucking turd of a human being wants to have his name plastered on fucking anything that he thinks is cool. The Kennedy Center, that's the Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Center. The war in Iran, well, I never went to war, so let me just start naming fucking destroyers after myself and starting fucking wars. He's a goddamn loser. He's a fucking wannabe. He's another one. Like, go the fuck away. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, this is going to be fun. I cannot wait to have this discussion today. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they're all one of the things that we're doing in all of this, and I'm glad that you're in this space too. And I'm newer than a lot of other people in this space, but I'm glad there are so many men in this space who are speaking out now, especially veterans who are coming out and just being like, yeah, fuck this. Like, no,
Mhm.
this is not what our oath said. This is not what we signed up for. This is not the wars that we fought. This is not the treatment that we were promised. We're still paying for the shit that you guys started, and we're not going to let our brothers, sisters, and others go through that same trauma because they don't fucking need to, just so
Right.
that billionaires can make more money off of war. Because all of
Mhm.
this is about is tech profit and Donald Trump profit, and whatever
Yep.
Donald Trump can make money off of, and whatever his sons can make money off of, and his in-laws can make money off of. That's what they're going to make money off of, and that's bombing countries
Yep.
and manipulating markets.
$1 billion a day is what we're spending in here. Oh, and I saw he's talking about manipulating the fucking markets. So Donald Trump puts out this Timu tweet about how things are going so great. We're having great fucking conversations, and this war is going to be winding down to manipulate the markets. And there was a trade. There were two trades that were made like
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes before that went out. Billions of fucking dollars into oil futures and defense stock and all this other shit. And it's lo and behold, the second Donald Trump is like, things are winding down, we're doing so great, the fucking market goes up, and those two fucking stock trades that were made like minutes before that fucking Timu tweet went out made somebody billions of fucking dollars with the way the
Mhm.
market reacted to that tweet. So fucking eat shit, Donald Trump. Well, we're not stupid. We see what you're doing. We see what you're doing.
And so, seeing what we're doing and moving maybe internally, a little bit away from the markets, but some of the actions that have been going on. You and I both did some flying recently, and
I'm getting ready
airports.
to do some more.
Oh, perfect. You should,
Yeah.
before you go flying, you should buy yourself a Just Suck Less water bottle from the
I
Sick of the Shit publication shop so that you can wave it around the ICE assholes who are now
Can I get
walking
it by
around.
6 a.m. tomorrow morning? Because that's when I'm flying out.
No, I don't. I don't think we have rush delivery that
You
fast.
you don't have 30 minutes or it's free delivery? That's fucking
No,
crazy.
I'm not an Amazon size distributor. That's a little bit harder.
I,
What are your thoughts on DHS or ICE now taking over spots that would have traditionally been for TSA, but TSA is now being bankrupted because, or at least underfunded, so that they can shut the government down, so that they can privatize everything, because everything is about privatization towards corporate interests and towards
Mhm.
these tech billionaires and oligarchs. So fuck them, because
Yep.
they want all our money and all our wealth. And
Mhm.
Elon Musk said he would pay the salaries of TSA workers. That reminds me a lot of when the Mellon kid was like, "I'll pay the salary of our soldiers," which is just not fucking allowed.
Yeah.
What do you think about DHS going into the airports? Because I compared it to like the beginnings of Gilead and movement restrictions, and I
No,
want
that's
your thoughts
100%
on
what it
that.
is. Yeah, it's 100% what it is. It's a clear escalation of overreach and authoritarian behavior from this administration. But on top of that, it's also right in line with Project 2025 that that Donald Trump never fucking heard about. Um, because in Project 2025, I think it's like chapter 5 of that fucking document talks about the stripping of unionization from TSA, uh, and bankrupting that agency to privatize it. That was the whole purpose of Kristi Noem going in and just canceling the collective bargaining agreement of TSA agents. It was and that has spiraled into the lack of funding that is coming from the government to TSA, so that we can now. They want to do the same thing to TSA that they've been doing to the VA, which is purposefully underfund and under resource the agency to then be able to point at it and say, this isn't fucking working. The government's fucking useless. We should privatize this. And wouldn't it be just fucking crazy? I know a guy that can do it. That's fucking wild. He's right here. He's just been waiting.
All these
That's the
Doc Oz
goal.
treatments, yeah, yeah,
That's the goal right there.
the privatization efforts to break apart America from a publicly owned interest
Mhm.
group, which is our public interest, to
Yep,
privately owned interest, is the plan. They told
that
us
is.
about it. They told us they want to do it. It's fucking Project 2025. It's the Seven Mountain Mandate. It is
Hmm.
the old technocracy bullshit that Elon Musk dad
Yep.
believed in, that got him kicked out of Canada because he was so fucking extreme. He had to go move to South Africa, where he would be accepted because his apartheid views were in line with theirs, but they were so fucking extreme that Canada was like, "Get the fuck out of our country. We
Yeah.
don't like you. Go the fuck away." And now Elon's back. Guess what, guys? We didn't end that problem. We just
No.
made it worse. So here we are back with Broligarch come and the technocracy. But
Yep.
we're not here to talk about the technocracy. We're here to talk about masculinity and taking back this idea of masculinity, because we kind of suck. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
straight, like men kind of just suck. There's a
Straight up,
reason.
dude.
There's a reason that women say all men. There's a reason
Hmm.
that minorities and people who are disenfranchised are afraid of white men. There's a
Hmm.
reason that white men suck. And it's because we fucking let ourselves get that way. We've
Oh
allowed
yeah, 100%.
culture to disintegrate because we left a void, and that vacuum was filled by idiots like Andrew Tate and Joe Rogan and
Hmm.
Nick Fuentes and Charlie Kirk
Yep.
and others, a lot, Ben Shapiro, like
Well,
those
I
types
gotta
of
say,
people.
I've got to give it to Charlie Kirk. It's been months since he said anything racist. Got to give it
Oh
to him.
yeah, it's been. I think this is the longest he's gone without saying anything racist. I mean, the
Yeah,
last
I'm
thing he said
saying,
was,
yeah, good for him. Good
"Yeah,
for him.
good for him." Like, way to turn over a new leaf, dude.
Hey, it
It
just
took
shows that
6 extra
anybody can
feet,
change.
but yeah, it took 6 extra
Anybody
feet.
can change. Anybody can
Yeah,
change. It's
yeah. I
crazy.
mean, he lived for his ideals and he died for them too. Thanks, Charlie. Like, you do you, boo. Um, what a dumb masculinity they have. Like
Yes.
their type of manhood is pedophilia and
Uh huh.
gross and abusive and rapey and hurtful
Yeah.
and just a piece of shit. It's the
Hmm.
my your body my choice. It's teaching men and boys that they can just hurt people without any consequence. And we live in a society where, guess what? Our military is showing them exactly what that looks like, or we're racing
Not even our military. Our judicial system shows them that that's perfectly acceptable, because we
mhm,
don't hold men accountable in this
specifically
fucking
white men.
country. Yeah, we don't hold we. I mean, we. Yeah, specifically white men. We don't hold white men accountable at all in this fucking in this when it comes to judicial consequences. Especially when you're talking about how white men treat women, right? Women, even in the judicial sense, still has this idea that it's just a woman, right? It's just a woman. That's kind of the whole way that the judicial system looks at it. And you can point to example after example after example after example of where a white man does some heinous shit towards a fucking woman, and then they just get well, I don't want to ruin his life, so
Well,
let's just let him go, let him do
yes.
his thing, you know so
Yeah. Sorry, I've got kids at home. I'm a house dad,
love
and
it.
it's spring break, so I've got my two and a nephew around. So if you
Hell
hear
yeah.
kids in the background, that's what it is. You might even get piano every so often. He likes to come
Fuck
in.
yeah.
He's 3 and he likes to come in and turn on the piano and just start bashing on it.
Hell
So if you
yes.
get some music, hey, that's what
Hey,
happens live.
you
Um,
know
that's what happens when you're a kid dad, and it's
that.
spring break. But yeah, like
Hmm.
this I'm I'm tired of us as a group getting away with stupid shit that should never be gotten away. Like, you're talking about like without consequences of how we treat women on a judicial level, and
Hmm.
I always remember. I think his name was Brock Turner.
Yep.
He was the
Yep.
swimmer, college or lacrosse kid or whatever, who had future,
Swimmer. Yeah,
a
he was
bright
the
future
swimmer.
ahead of him, and he raped a girl,
Yep.
and they didn't do anything. Like
No,
he
I think
got a
he was
slap on the
sentenced to like
wrist.
6 months and spent like 4 days in jail and
Yeah,
then was let out. Yep.
yeah, he got like a fucking slap on the wrist, or
But then you
like
got what's his name in fucking Oklahoma? What was his name? Mac Butler or whatever, Butler Mac, whatever.
they got weird
The
names in Oklahoma.
Yeah, the high school senior baseball player that
Mm-hmm.
was convicted of raping two of his fucking classmates, and was given 150 hours of community service. 150 hours of community service, and as long as he doesn't get in any trouble for X amount of time, he won't catch a felony, and he doesn't have to register as a sex offender.
Mm-hmm.
So tell
Had that
me.
young man been black, that
oh
would have been a
he
way different story.
100%. So like all the bros out there, in the manosphere of the fucking internet, they constantly talk about how we got to protect women. Men are protectors of women, and then they're championing the people that are going out doing heinous shit to women and saying like, yeah, but we don't want to ruin that kid. He's got a future. Meanwhile, you've completely destroyed the two women, right? Well, in this case, the two girls, because they were children, right? who are now going to have to live with the fact that not only were they violated repeatedly, raped repeatedly, assaulted repeatedly by one of their classmates, but they also now look at the judicial system as that won't protect me either.
Mm-hmm. And we wonder why sex crimes don't get reported. We wonder
Literally.
why rape doesn't get reported, or even when it does get reported, it doesn't get investigated. Like,
Yeah, literally. I mean, you constantly have the, well, what were you wearing questions. How were you leading them on? Were you drinking? It's a constant nitpick of the woman's story and what she did to bring this onto herself. And never is it about how the shitty behavior of the man that did that needs to be brought into question and he needs to be held accountable for it. It never works out that way. It's fucking weird. Actually, if you do that and you get found held liable for sexually assaulting someone, you've got a not zero chance of becoming the president of the fucking United States.
yeah, yes, yeah. Like, what a shitty fucking lesson to teach our kids. Like,
Literally.
I got a son and I've got a daughter. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to teach my son that that's okay. I'm not going to
No.
teach my daughter that it's okay that if somebody attacks her or violates her or assaults or rapes her, I'm going to teach her to fucking fight back, because if
Yeah.
nobody else is going to protect her, she has to do it.
And it's also important to realize that we don't need to be teaching our daughters how to not get raped. We need to be teaching our sons to not fucking rape people.
Yes, yeah. Like,
I mean, it's a
that's the
simple fucking
solution.
concept. The solution is teach your son that no means no and to leave people the fuck alone. And guess what? They'll start fucking doing it.
And make sure if they don't listen when no is said, or as we say in our house, anything but yes means no,
Correct.
is you hold that line. You
Yeah.
hold the fucking line. You don't leave that. You don't let that one be a line in the sand. That's a line
Yeah.
in fucking stone that
Yeah.
doesn't move. That's a bedrock. Like,
It's a very simple solution, but because rape culture in the United States of America is so ingrained in what we are as a country, it's going to take more people standing up and saying, stop teaching your daughters how not to get raped and start teaching your sons to not rape.
yeah,
We have to have this fundamental shift in whose
who's
responsibility
really
it
at
is here.
fault?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not the woman's responsibility to do things that prevent her from getting raped. It's the man's responsibility to not rape women.
period.
Fucking crazy. Crazy
Period.
talk.
Easy. Like, guys, if you're not teaching your sons to keep their hands off of people or to respect boundaries, you suck as a parent. You suck
Yes,
as a father.
you should
You're a
not
failure.
have your children.
Yeah.
You are setting your child up to become a predator. If you are not explicitly teaching your children how to not be predators, then the internet is going to teach them how to be a predator. And if you don't stand up, if you don't step up and take that responsibility, you should not be a parent.
And as our
I
friend
said what I
Christina,
said. Go fuck yourself.
yeah, no, I'm there too. Like, and as Christina, our friend in the chat says, is white people have to be the ones saying it.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm fucking out here every day?
Yeah,
Why do you think I
exactly.
do 8 shows a
No,
fucking week? It's
yeah,
because white
but
people have to say it.
that's it. And it's not, it's not, it's specifically white men that have
Yes.
to be the ones taking the charge on this. Do you know that like 90% of our society's fucking problems would be fixed if white men just started standing up for what was actually right? Literally. Like go back to the 2024 election, right? We broke down, demographic after demographic. Well, this many women and this many black women and this many black men and this many Hispanic men and this many Hispanic women voted for Donald Trump. But the one demographic that was left the fuck out of every single one of them was white men. And why? Because white men are never expected to do the right thing. Of course, 70% of white men voted for Donald Trump. We're the fucking worst. If white men literally just stood up and started saying, nope, we're not going to stand for this anymore, it wouldn't matter what everybody else did. White men need to be the ones that are standing up and saying, no, we're going to start actually standing up for what's right and not just what's best for us, but what's equitable and inclusive for everybody. And if we started doing that, white men, if we started doing that, the world would fundamentally change overnight.
Yeah, it really is that easy of a thing. Yes, it's a hard societal solution. Of course, I understand there's society, like
Right.
we're resistant to a lot of shit. It's going to take a lot of work. White men are the problem. We
Mhm.
are the problem, and we're
Yeah.
causing more problems, and it
And
needs to be addressed.
And this isn't like, oh, pity, like fucking white men. We should feel bad about ourselves.
No, don't feel
That's
bad.
not what this is. This is literally just taking accountability for the dog shit experience that white men have created for 15,000 fucking years. Okay? Like, that's literally it. It's just time to stand up, pull ourselves up in our big boy undies, and say, you know what? We've fucked up royally, but we can fix it if we fucking want to.
It's almost like you're it's almost like you're prepared for this interview, and like
I,
you just know what masculinity is, and like the idea of, because the like I'm going to get into our questions here in a second, but but this is so fundamentally what we're doing, right? What
yeah.
this project is about with intelligent masculinity is
Hmm.
men, white men, men who look like me, like fucking pull yourself up by the bootstraps for a second, put on your suspenders, stand up, get
Yep.
your overalls on, whatever it is you're doing, put on
Throw on your Wolverine underwear
your
and
Daisy Dukes and whatever, and just
fuck
fucking
yes.
come out and say something. Say something. Tell your family member, tell your brother or sister or cousin or in-law or whatever, when they do something, say something.
Oh my God. My favorite fucking thing to do, and I need more white men to get on board with this, is making shit awkward as fuck around other white men. When a man in my presence will say something that's inherently sexist or racist or whatever, homophobic or whatnot, I just stare at them with a blank until it gets so goddamn uncomfortable that they're just like, oh, my bad. Like, yeah, dickhead. I don't give a fuck. I will sit in that uncomfortable deadly silence and just stare at you. I've got a really good growing, having kids, you get really good at staring contests. I can not blink for a long fucking time, and that gets wildly uncomfortable for people. And it is my favorite thing when a man says something inherently fucking sexist for me to just go,
No! I'm so bad at this.
You would have made a great interrogator.
literally.
There's a technique specifically about like coming in and being prepared and being silent, and you sort of just sit there,
Yeah.
and it's super effective because people do want to talk,
Yeah.
but they also get super uncomfortable when you just don't acknowledge the thing that they really wanted you to acknowledge, and it
Yep.
makes them squirm. And you, yeah,
We had a
God,
prime example of this in real time media last week when Donald Trump was sitting in the Oval Office with the prime minister from Japan, and he made that stupid fucking joke about how Japan is the greatest, and why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? And everybody just went fucking silent. They just stood there in silence. And then he was like, you see, he's trying to, and then he just, perfect example. Stop laughing at their stupid fucking jokes. Make them sit in their discomfort. It's real fucking simple, and it is my favorite thing to do. I love doing it. It's so much fun for me.
It doesn't take too much effort either, because you're not actually saying anything. You just have to sit there and stare at them and make them feel awkward for their stupid fucking things.
It's so much more effective if you have a drink too, because then you can just sit there and be like, it's so much fun. I totally recommend. 10 out of 10
Highly
stars.
recommend.
We'll do again. It's so much fun.
We'll shit here again. 10 out of 10. Highest
10 out of
rating. All right. Let's get into some real questions for you. Not that we haven't been asking real questions, but let's get into some real interview questions that I've written down that I ask everyone for this show. So if you're coming in late, hey, y'all, welcome. It's Sick of the Shit Publications for the Intelligent Masculinity series. I'm Nick Perro, not your dad, joined by Matt Gordon, who is our U.S. Marine Corps angry veteran. He's angry.
You got it.
He's a veteran. He's joining me, an Army vet, for today's discussion as we go into intelligent masculinity, what it means, where Matt has come from, because if you haven't heard already, he's got some ideas and they don't seem to be very hard to do. Like,
pretty simple.
Come on, man.
I'm a Marine. I got to keep it simple.
Yeah, even
if a Marine can confuses me. Okay.
Yeah, if a Marine can do it, you can do it. Like
100%. An infantry Marine at that. All right. So, like, come on.
What's your favorite color crayon?
Green.
Green. Ooh.
Yeah, green. I like the
you
lemon
like
line.
that big green weenie.
I do, yeah, that big green weenie. Yeah, listen, after the 7th or 8th time in a week that you get fucked by the big green weenie, you're like, all right, I dig this. I can get down with this.
I can take this. I can take this. I can handle it. If you don't know what we're talking
about, a lot about yourself.
Yeah, that's the big green weenie is the Army. Is what, at least from the Army side, is what we're told. But
we say the same shit in the Marines.
Yeah, it's the command of the Army, and you just get fucked by the command.
You just get fucked all the time. Yep.
You sort of just have to deal with it.
You just take it.
It's a bad lesson. It's a bad lesson to teach our kids.
But after a while, after a while, it's a fun time though. So.
Sometimes you get used to it. Sometimes you find it's your kink that you really enjoyed. And there's
exactly. That's like I said, you learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah, you learn a lot about yourself. But this conversation, we've had some really great discussions where we've learned a lot about other men and where they've come from and where they got their influences, what they're doing now to be who they are, to express their virtues and their values. And Matt has already gone into some of those for us, but we're gonna go deeper. And so this first question I'm gonna ask you, it's a 2-part question. Hold on. Hey, stop slamming doors in my house before I start taking them off.
Hell yes.
Tired of my doors being broken because you guys are slamming them. Play with each other nicely or do something
different.
Erwin, bud, he's a baby. Dude, he ain't going to leave you alone.
Love kids.
Sorry. Yeah, I love my kids too. Come on, dude. Come hang. I know you're bored, but you can't harass them. That's not okay. Why don't you build with the 2 giant boxes of Legos I have on the floor for you?
Fuck yeah, Legos.
I literally have 2 giant bins of Legos on the floor so that when kids come into the office, they have something to do other than hang out with me. But he likes
I love Legos.
Hang out and build the Legos, man. All the 2 big boxes. You're not blind. I know you're not, and I'm not saying that derogatorily to blind people, and I'm sorry, that was an ableist thing of me to say, is you are able to look around you and perceive what you're doing. Take a look at it, bro. You got this, man. You got this.
Believe in you.
I believe in you. I believe in you. He's playing with Legos, yes. Take no names. Yeah, I don't take any names. I have no lists. I take no names. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I don't take names. Or Donald Trump. or Michael Cohen, who's now on shows with Laura fucking Loomer, or had a contract with a show for Laura fucking Loomer. Let's like, fuck
Yeah,
that guy.
shock. I'm shocked, I tell you.
Yeah, shocked and appalled. I am appalled, but I'm not shocked. Anyway, let's get into these questions and
Let's do
learn
it.
about you and your history. So, our first question is two-parter, and the answer to this question depends on how you want to go with it. You can go with any person; doesn't have to be someone specifically alive. It can be a historical figure. It can be someone you learn from, and it can be a positive or a negative reason on either one of these answers. But
Okay.
first question, who's been one of the most influential masculine figures in your life and why?
So this is a little difficult because I don't know that there's like one person that I look to and I'm like, that's everything that I want to be, you know? Somebody that, kind of shaped me while I was in the Marine Corps was I'm sure anybody that knows anything about the Marines will be completely shocked about this, but Jim Mattis was a huge influence on how I perceive the world around me, right? He was huge on reading and understanding the world around you and becoming more intelligent and more prepared for situations, right? One of the things that he said when we were in Iraq and Afghanistan was be professional, be polite, but have a plan to kill everyone you meet, right? And like that if you take that at surface value, it's like shit, that's really fucked up. But if you dig just a little bit deeper, it's about being prepared for whatever is thrown at you, right? Being prepared for the situation that comes to you and not the one that you're looking for. And so I kind of going, he was a big influence for me there. But then I've got people like Mandy Patinkin, right? I fucking love Mandy Patinkin, and he's just been a steadfast freaking proponent for empathy and understanding and acceptance and tolerance. And he's a musician and he sings and he's an actor and he does, he's big in the arts. And that was a big influence on me. And then, of course, you got people like Mr. Rogers, who is like, let's talk about other people and the struggles that they're going through and how we can help them as neighbors to benefit our entire community. So like when I look at like men that have influenced me, it's a multitude of people throughout my lifetime that have just kind of shaped me into this angry, empathetic asshole that I am today. And so, it's I love the idea of getting little bits and pieces from people that are living a lifestyle or are intelligent or smart the way that I'm not, and trying to emulate those aspects in myself. And so, yeah, I don't know that there's any one person. So, yeah.
Good. I'm fine with that. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's good that it is a lot of people that you're able to see and take lessons from those around you. And like Mr. Rogers was a huge part of my childhood too. Like
Yeah.
I distinctly remember watching Mr. Rogers all the time because we had 3 channels growing up, and one of them was PBS, and that's where Mr. Rogers was, and we got to watch him, and we got to share in that experience. And like one of our friends in the chat on Substack says is reading Rainbow and LeVar Burton.
Oh my
and
God,
those
LeVar
shows.
Burton. Yes, like give me a break. LeVar Burton, I love that man. Reading Rainbow was my fucking jam. I fucking
Favorite.
loved that show. Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. Love it. Love reading Rainbow.
What a good show. And
oh my God, fantastic.
Like he was so fun, but like that and like Wishbone, we learned on shows about reading.
Yes.
Like
yes,
we learned on shows about reading, and now kids these days, I don't think books exist in most shows for kids, or like the idea of books. So I think our growing up on empathy in that way was very different.
for sure.
But we don't have a Mr. Rogers anymore. And I don't know if Mr. Rogers would fit in our society now in terms of how gentle he approached his.
He wouldn't. And you want to know why I know he wouldn't? Because of the way that society has treated Miss Rachel.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't. And you know what? His message would probably be even more powerful post fact if he was around today. And we need more Miss Rachels. We need more Mr.
100%.
Rogers. We need more people coming out and saying things unafraid of the consequence.
Just because it's the right thing to say.
Just because it's the right thing to do. Unafraid. And being willing to live with the consequences of their actions and values. Like, that's a huge component of masculinity, and humaning in general is living with your actions and values.
Yep.
And yeah, there is a new Reading Rainbow coming out.
There is.
I heard about that. I heard about that. I'm so glad that they're bringing things like that back, because Reading Rainbow shaped my idea of what reading could be. Like, I saw it as an adventure. I wanted to read because I got it in my head that I could create those stories in my mind,
in my brain.
And I did, and it was an escape. And for kids who otherwise might not have an escape, reading is so powerful. It also is a great way to give your kids confidence and teach them how to grow.
Oh shit!
Nope, I'm back.
Deep state got him.
Deep state got me. That happens sometimes. The tech bros do not like me all the time because we talk a lot about them. Yeah, PBS got its funding cut because of Donald Trump. Like,
literally.
NPR got its funding cut because of Donald Trump. Like, we are lucky that there are some robber barons out there who are willing to continue to pay for those services to go, because yes, little man, you heard me ignoring you. No, you're not playing with my sunglasses. Because they're not yours. Go play with the car. I get it. I'm fun. I'm awesome. I'll be out in a little bit, and you can hang out with me. Cool? Go hang out with Sissy. She's on the couch playing a video game. You like watching video games. You want to play Minecraft? You're too little for Minecraft. Yes, you are. I didn't even start my kids on Minecraft until they were 5. So 4 or 5. So you got another year left, bud. Your hands are too small. You won't fit on the controllers right.
Love it. That's also Donald Trump's problem with playing video games. His hands are too small. He can't get around to the buttons and the joysticks. So
I don't think that's the only thing that's too small, but we won't go there. He has a lot of.
We could talk to Stormy Daniels about it.
We could
extensively.
She has talked extensively, and we know someone who knows her. Because Chris Goldsmith, you know her. Chris Goldsmith knows her. We should talk to her extensively. She's a cool person. I've heard about this stuff. I heard about the fact that they tried to also silence her a second time.
Oh yeah.
Like this last election, they tried to do it again. I'm like, what the fuck, guys?
They're smart. They're just smart people.
Yeah, the smartest of all the
smartest people. Yeah.
Okay, getting back onto our question, because we go off topic. This is how these conversations derail themselves in the best way. Okay,
I love it.
Next part of the question: who's been the most influential feminine figure in your life, and why?
So this is another like multi-answer thing, but Miss Rachel has been a huge inspiration. Her willingness to just stand up for children, and the vitriol and just constant attacks that are sent her way over it, and she just lets it roll off her back like water to a duck. It just rolls right off, right? And she just keeps moving forward, knowing that this is the right thing to do. That, again, it's fucking inspiring. I don't care who you are. You cannot look at what Miss Rachel is doing and the things that have been directed her way for having the audacity to stop blowing up children. but then I also get I've learned so much from people like my friend Liz Booker Houston. She's fantastic. Probably one of the smartest people that I've ever met in my entire life is Liz Booker Houston. She is phenomenal. But then I also have a friend of mine who is uh, uh, an Iranian native. Her name is Ariana Jasmine. She's fantastic. She's been steadfast in her support for the plight of the Palestinian people, but now she's taken it upon herself, which again she doesn't have to do, mind you, right? But she has taken it upon herself to try to educate white people on what being from Iran means and what life is like there and how the that it once again no diaspora is a monolith. People react differently and have different viewpoints and belief systems and things like that. She's been fantastic. I've got oh my god, there's so many. I try to surround myself with as many strong women as I can. I have my friend, Ashby, who is an indigenous uh, creator on Instagram, who is, steadfast in her reporting on things from the indigenous side of, of the viewpoint. And, I try to, like I was saying, I try to surround myself with as many women from different backgrounds and cultures and diasporas as I can, because it's the women that fucking are going to be ruling the fucking world, gents. I hate to break it to you, but women are taking over because I don't know if you've looked around lately, but this is the direct result of just thousands of years of men saying, my dick is bigger than yours, and I'm gonna prove it by starting a fucking war. And you just got women constantly sitting over there like, Jesus fucking Christ. Eventually, and it needs to happen sooner rather than later. Women are going to be in charge of shit, and it's time to start listening to them and taking into account the fact that black women have been right about fucking everything. And if we as white people would just fucking listen for a goddamn change, right? Listening to
Mm,
fucking indigenous women who are the fucking matriarchs in the society, right? Women hold the fucking power in a lot of indigenous culture, right? Listening to fucking women and not just treating them as a goddamn walking baby maker, but as a fully autonomous, intelligent human fucking being is going to be something that will change the fucking world. Sorry, I kind of went
rude,
on a tangent there. So,
rude of you to think that women are people. Like, rude.
fucking
Rude.
just
Of course. Like,
women are
gosh.
better. Women are just better. All right. I mean, they're just better. Like, let's be so fucking for real for a second. They're just better. They're more emotionally stable. They're more intelligent. They're just better. They know things. They know how to interpret things. They know how to empathize with things. And men being fucking slightly more intelligent than a goddamn Neanderthal, right? Uh, we just keep fucking it up. I don't know. And again, some fucking MAGA bros in the manosphere is gonna see this and be like, "This guy is such a beta cuck," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up." Women are fucking taking over, and we just need to accept it. It's their time. We fucked it up enough. Let's give them a chance to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Let's give them a
Like,
chance.
yeah, like I'm done with being associated with a group that fucks everything up. So somebody else can take the reins. It's not our turn
Listen,
anymore. We
they
did it
can't.
enough.
It can't get any fucking worse.
Yeah,
So,
we're at the bot. We're pretty near the bottom, and yeah, there are some pretty bad women out there,
of
like Pam
course,
Bondi and
again,
Christy Nome and folks
no,
like that. Totally
no
understand.
fucking group is a monolith.
Yes,
Absolutely. But apples to oranges here, like,
but en masse,
yeah,
the largest amount of people who are rapists in the world are men. The largest amount of people who have fucked up the world to start wars are men. The largest amount of people who do the dumbest shit in society are men. Maybe we should fucking do something about it, men, and not
Yeah.
have other people take the blame for us and like live in our blame because we're too afraid to accept any consequences because we're
It's
just
not,
lazy and
again,
suck.
it if an infantry fucking Marine can understand this shit, anybody can understand this shit. You just got to be willing to open your fucking mind and accept the goddamn truth.
Mhm.
I mean, that's really what it is. We are not, men are not the fucking saviors of the world. We caused all the fucking problems, all of them. Everything you're seeing happening right now is because men did this. We did all of this. We're still doing all of this. This is our fault. Just accept it, guys. Just accept it. You'll feel better. I promise. Just accept it.
Yeah, like you will, because you won't be fighting to fucking prove yourself over and over on
Just
something that
accept
you
it.
don't need to fucking prove. Like, there's nothing to prove, guys.
Just
Nothing
fucking
you need.
accept
Your
it.
dick isn't bigger than anybody else's.
Yeah.
It's even if it is, like, who gives a shit? Dicks are ugly. Nobody cares about them.
Yeah. Men, listen, men need to just accept a couple of things. Black women were right. We need to start listening to black women. Indigenous women know how to move forward, and we need to decolonize our mindset about this shit. And we need to accept responsibility for the fact that we fucked up the world. We fucked it up. And if you
Yeah.
do that, I promise you'll feel better. Just accept it. You'll feel better as a person. I promise.
So, boiling down all of this, because this is actually part of the questions, is since you've talked a lot about how you've already answered part of the next one is how do you model intelligent masculinity. You model it, you're showing it, you've expressed that, you listen, you fucking listen and hear, and you take up the reins.
Don't be afraid
if
to
I
be wrong.
if
Don't
I were
be
to
afraid to
ask
be
you
wrong.
and if I were to ask you a definition, what does intelligent masculinity, or what would intelligent masculinity mean to you?
Empathy is not weakness. You're not dumb if you're wrong, and you can be better.
Perfect. Fits
I
in.
mean,
I have a thesis that I built up for intelligent masculinity, which um, it is the ability to live or without putting your consequences onto other people. You accept
yeah,
your consequences, and you're willing to live with the consequences of your values and actions. You have the discipline to live with those consequences, whether they be good
yeah,
or bad. When you do something, you're willing to live with it, and
yeah,
that's like it's not
yeah.
that hard, guys.
It's
Um,
really fucking simple. But that's the thing, though. Society, for thousands of years, has taught men that they're the ones that are supposed to be in charge, right? And so if you're not constantly putting your foot down or stepping out in front to lead the fucking charge, right, then you're weak. When in reality, weakness is ego. Ego is weakness. All right. Having an ego and thinking you're the shit, that's fucking weakness. Understanding that you aren't the smartest person in the room, you never fucking will be. And it's probably going to be a woman that comes up with a better idea than you. Accept it, my guy. Accept it. You will feel better. I promise. All right. Empathy isn't weakness. Kindness isn't weakness. Love isn't weakness. Acceptance isn't weakness. Diversity isn't weakness. Inclusion isn't weakness. All of those things make you a stronger, more well rounded human being and better for the community as a whole.
Love it. Love it. What do you do? And so you talk a lot about the things that you express outwards towards people, how you are you and how you present yourself. How do you self-reflect and self-evaluate? What do you use? And if you have any specific tools that you use to self-reflect and evaluate, what's one thing you might want to suggest to others to try for
Therapy.
specifically for men?
Therapy. Go to fucking therapy and understand this, all right? Because like everybody's like, go to therapy, right? And then some guy will be like, I went to therapy, I didn't like it. No, you didn't connect with your therapist, and that's okay. I went through 5 or 6 therapists before I found the therapist that I connected with and understood me, and I felt comfortable talking to. Don't It's not a failure. You're not a failure if you go to therapy and it doesn't hit the first time. Okay, go again to somebody else. Find that person you can talk to that doesn't have any skin in the game of your life, that can just look at things with an unbiased lens and say, maybe we can figure out why you're feeling the way that you're feeling here. Again, processing your feelings and understanding the root cause that makes you feel or think certain ways, again, isn't fucking weakness. That's literally how you grow as a human being. The only reason that humans have survived for as long as we fucking have is because a handful of us have been like, that didn't fucking work. Let's try it this way.
Yeah. Perfect. Evaluate. Like fucking think about yourself. Like, and building on that, because I think therapy is super important too and is a worthwhile venture, is be honest. Like
Yes.
when you go to therapy, you have to be honest too. You
Mhm.
can't go to therapy and then be an asshole to yourself or to the
Right.
therapist. You have to be willing to go in and say, I want to change, or I want to address something, or I just want help on
Yep.
something.
And to
And that's
like
not
build,
weak.
yeah, and to build off of that, it's okay if you can't be honest with yourself the first time you go. It's okay if you can't be honest with yourself after a year in therapy. But if you keep fucking going and you keep trying to be that for yourself, not for anybody else. Therapy is about improving yourself. It's about improving you as a person. It's not about changing anything else, right? You will find that as you understand yourself better, your world around you is probably going to change. That's okay. That's how we survived as a fucking species, right? We didn't stay in the same fucking environment our entire fucking existence because we knew that eventually we would have to move. And change doesn't have to mean changing who you are and leading to changes in your own world doesn't mean that you were a failure at the beginning. It means that you're a success at the end. And you can grow in that in between period to become that better, more enlightened, more strong, and happier version of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just take the time to care about yourself. Like
That's it.
accepting yourself to care about yourself and realizing that you have value
Mhm. And
is
I'm
half
still
the
working
battle.
on all of that shit. Okay. I'm still
Yeah.
working on all that shit. I have a horrible view of myself as a person. I'm working on it, but I recognize that, like, the way that I see myself is not the way that everybody else sees myself or sees me. Right. And I'm working to try to make those two things line up and be, in focus together. But it's a process. It's a
Hmm.
process. I've been in therapy for 8 years with the same therapist, right? 8 years I've been in therapy. And, some people would look at me like, and you still haven't got it figured out? Well, yeah, my guy, I'm 42 years old. I'm not going to figure out my entire goddamn life in 8 fucking years, especially since tomorrow some new nightmare is going to be presented to me that I'm going to have to unpack that shit also. Right? It's an ongoing process. You're not going to sit down on day one with a therapist and be like, I'm fucking enlightened. I know everything about myself now. That's not how it fucking works.
And if you do, you're doing it wrong, or you have the
Literally,
wrong
find a different
therapist.
therapist. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Because
they
that's
can
not the
promise you,
therapist.
if they can promise you that in one fucking session, don't go to that therapist. They're scamming you for your money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a scam. Get out of there.
Yeah. Fucking danger, Will Robinson. Fucking abort
Yeah.
mission.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Fucking love that movie. Fucking
Mm,
loved that movie growing up. Loved it. And then they made a new series out of it, which is not it's awesome, but it's still not the original movie. Like
yeah.
it's just that movie was great. The CGI on it is not very good nowadays when you
I
watch it
mean,
again.
it was
But
like what, 8 years after Jumanji came out or some shit like that. So
yeah, but
it
like,
it's a struggle, but it's there. It's good.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's like watching the old Stargate movie. You're like, I love this movie, but the
Yeah.
graphics don't live up to the times
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. They don't hold up, but that's okay.
No, but that's okay. We love some things that are older. All right.
Absolutely.
let's get into our final questions. These ones are
All
fun.
right.
These are our lightning round questions for you.
Fuck yes.
And you already know you already read through them a little bit,
Yeah, I
and we
cheated.
talked about this
I
before the
saw them
show.
already.
These are based on Mulan's I'll Make a Man Out of You. It's one of the few Disney things that I'll still reference because I was a choir kid growing up or
Fuck
in
yeah.
high school, and we sang I'll Make a Man Out of You
Let's
all the
get
time.
down to business to
Yes.
defeat the Huns. Yep, I know.
And so I have a choir line for you that I have 4 questions based on. No right answer, no wrong answer, but this one's fun. We'll see how serious or whimsical you are in these answers. Question
Perfect.
number 1. What does it mean to be as swift as a coursing river?
You go with the flow. A river is constantly changing. The topography of a river shifts as the water erodes shorelines this way and that. So you got to be willing to roll with the punches.
Love it.
Hell
Next,
yeah.
how do you embody the force of a great typhoon?
Uh, you are a presence that people look to, uh, that are inspired. They're awe-inspired because the typhoon it's awesome, right? It's destructive. It can be destructive. It can be, but it can also symbolize some type of rebirth, right? It destroys things, and as it takes away those things, new things grow in its place. So the force of a great typhoon is literally just changing the path in front of you so that you can build a better path behind you for everyone else.
Love that. Love it. How are you as strong as a raging fire?
Passionate. You have to be passionate about what you think, what you believe, and you have to be passionate in the actions that you take to achieve your goals.
Oh, say that answer again. I don't know if I lost you there for the last couple words after
You have
passionate.
to be passionate in the actions that you take to achieve your goals.
Love it. Glad we got that in there.
Fuck
Final
yes.
question. Well, second to final question. How are you as mysterious as the dark side of the moon?
I'm not. I'm about as mysterious as a 500-pound bomb. You know exactly what you get with me. I'm not mysterious at all. You know where I stand on shit. I don't beat around the bush on things. So that's the one thing I don't relate with. I'm mysterious as the dark side of the moon. That ain't me, dude. That ain't me.
Love it. Perfect. That's one of my favorite questions to ask because you never know what people want to say when they ask, "How am I mysterious?" You catch people off guard on that one.
Yeah,
Um, and final question of the day, though, is to let you get out of here too a little bit. Is let me get it on so that it's on the correct side here. Is where can people find you? How can people support you in what you're doing and the work that you're doing? I'm gonna pull up a QR code here. This links to your Instagram because
word.
I know that's one of your primary platforms. So
Yep.
um, tell people how they can support you unabashedly, promote your work and what you're doing. Because, dude, you're fucking awesome, and more people
Thank
need
you.
to see you. And the work that you're doing is helpful, and the work that needs to be done is being done by people like you.
I appreciate that. You can find me on just about any social media. Uh, it's USMC Angry Veteran across all platforms. There is a TikTok there. I never use it because fuck TikTok. But yeah, best way you all can support me is just watch my shit, engage with it, get the message out there. I make sure that I tell everyone I don't have an original idea. 90% of the content that I make is things that I've learned from, the strong women and, the strong masculine men that I look up to, and the things that they're saying, and how to bring that into an understanding that an infantry marine can grasp. I spew it out there because if I feel like if I can talk about it and somebody's like, I get what you're saying, then I have a good understanding of what it means also.
Love it.
So that's where you'd find me. USMC Angry Veteran on everything. I think
Awesome.
I'm on everything. I'm pretty sure it's on everything. It's all over the place.
Awesome. I love it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a baby trying to move a chair with wheels that are locked already.
Oh heck
And he
yes.
doesn't understand that. That's why it's not moving for him. It's fun to watch. It's the little things in life.
It always
So
is.
Everyone, please go support Matt. Come become a subscriber where he's at. Support his work. Share it. Repost it. Put it everywhere you need to. This has been a fucking incredibly fun discussion. Again, as
Yeah.
always, because intelligent masculinity is a lot of fun because we aren't demeaning other people to be ourselves. We're having joy. We're being authentic. We're being who we are, and we're not needing to demean others to do it. Except for Pete Hegseth and
I was gonna say.
shitheads like that. Except for other white men, like we demean other men, but we don't demean other men using women to do it, or
Oh yeah, no.
minority
They're just
groups. We don't.
shitty fucking people.
Yeah, we don't
Fuck
punch
them.
down. And
Fuck you,
yes,
Pete Hegseth, you piece of shit.
fuck you,
There you go.
dude.
Yeah.
Pete Hegseth, you suck.
Yeah, literally. Fucking
You're
hate
a
that
giant testicle, Pete Hegseth.
He's a
I hope you smell
disembodied
like a taint.
scrotum with a microphone. That's all he is. Fucking asshole.
Just do like the penis episode. Like
So,
one of my favorite things before we end this episode. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to ruin your day here real quick. We're going to have the Smeglamaniac impression where Stephen Miller comes worming out of his fucking unhooded penis body and is like, yeah, I got bad ideas. Yeah, I got bad ideas. And that's it. That's all he does. Is he just comes out of his hood and he's like, man, I got bad ideas.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
he's terrible. Fuck that dude.
Yes, they're all nutsacks. They're all taints. They're all penises. Use male anatomy to attack them because male anatomy is weak. And as I've said before, I'd rather be called a pussy because a pussy can take a pounding and a testicle can't.
Correct. Yeah.
So, sorry. Like, they ain't got the weak parts we do. Ours are flapping around and they're easy to kick. So, go proverbially kick one of these men in their nutsack and tell them what you think. And as I like to say, just suck less. Come support Sick of the Shit Publications. Come support Matt and the work he's doing, USMC Angry Veteran. And we'll see y'all again here soon for another discussion of intelligent masculinity. I'm Nick Perro, not your dad. This is Sick of the Shit Publications for intelligent masculinity. And we're done being sick of this shit. So we're doing it. So we're out here doing it. Thanks, y'all. We'll talk again soon. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate you.
See you, man. Appreciate you.
Hi.